Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think of some of the most virile men you can.
Okay.
The most masculine men. Mm-hmm. The men who epitomize responsible masculinity.
Mm-hmm. So or just even the picture of masculinity, like a John Wayne or like a Clint Eastwood, like a typical American.
You're leading the witnesses
sorry,
with that by saying that because you say John Wayne or Clint Eastwood is some type of like image of masculinity, but why wouldn't you say Ben Shapiro?
I'm sorry, I should check my biases.
Yeah, exactly. Now, why do I say Ben Shapiro? Well, Ben Shapiro, of course, understands masculinity. How else would he be in a position to develop a product that enhances your masculinity? Listen to this.
The responsible man. You're the first one up. You do what no one else wants. You sweat and sacrifice. You do it because people depend on you, which is how you want it. You make your bed. You say your prayers. As Emerson said, you make the most of yourself. But the world conspires to see you fail, and your modern diet still lacks what you need. It steals your strength and robs you of your potential. Meet Emerson, the premium daily multivitamin for the responsible man. Emerson's vitamins are a simple step towards improving yourself, creating order, and building the future. Together, we can reclaim responsible masculinity.
Now, I've got a couple of questions about this, but first I should tell you that Emerson is a part of a new lifestyle company named Responsible Man.
Responsible.
Yes. Daily Wire announced the launch of a new men's lifestyle company named Responsible Man, promoting its only current product, which is, of course, this men's dietary supplement. It says, designed to help sharpen brain cognition, and suggests it will help address what the outlet calls, quote, the increasing health risk of declining sperm concentration.
This right-wing fixation on sperm retention is something that I'm interested in.
Well, it's not sperm retention. It's the density of sperm within your ejaculate.
Okay,
yeah, get it straight.
No, I'm aware of this, but this is a building off of a phenomenon from like 5 years ago of nofap, right? Weren't there these right-wing guys who were saying that like you would basically lose your life force every time you jerked off?
Well, I mean, there's a chi argument, but that's not what's going on here. They want to empower your sperm count. And the Daily Wire is promoting Responsible Man as an alternative to woke companies by fear-mongering about some of the outlets. Here it's asking its readers, do you want to buy your men's health products from a company that partners with drag queens and supports radical organizations that push gender procedures on children?
Hell no.
No. Together, we can reclaim masculinity, says Ben Shapiro's company, claiming that Emerson's vitamins are a simple step towards improving yourself, creating order, and building the future. That sounds pretty good.
Why didn't Ben feature himself in the ad?
Well, because all of these are, the best part of this stuff is they didn't even shoot this stuff. This is all like found footage type of stuff. Like, I'm sure it's licensed, but can we run this again? Because, I love this thing. Here's my suggestion to these guys. If you really want to reclaim your masculinity and be responsible about it, get out of your sweats. You've been in sweats from morning to night. They have this guy's in sweats.
Well, it's athleisure, but you see that there are people dependent on him, so that means he's a man because...
Are there? Who else is there? It's just these
family.
Guys.
His wife is sleeping next to him, and he's getting up and making breakfast.
Let's go through this a little bit and keep the volume down a little bit so we can assess what we're seeing here. All right.
The responsible man. You're the first one up.
He's the first one up.
No one else wants. You sweat and sacrifice. You do.
Wait. Go back.
There's his wife and kids.
Wait. Do they have automatic shades in this place?
Yeah.
Why is this guy, who's the first one up, the most responsible?
Yeah.
He's waking up his wife by turning on the electric shades. Go back a little bit. Are these shades going up by themselves?
She needs to see him being responsible in daylight.
You sweat and sacrifice.
Yeah, those shades going up there are electric.
So
Okay, pause it.
inconsiderate.
There he goes. He's making one. Now look, he's making one plate of eggs.
Yeah.
I see at least 2 kids there. What's he doing?
You do it because people depend on you.
2 kids.
Which is how you want it. You make your bed.
It's how you
say
want
your
it.
prayers. As Emerson said.
Wait, what? But now, wait a second.
By the fire in sweat.
He's by the fire and sweats. Is this in the morning? Like, I don't understand.
This is a different man than the first man. So this
Okay.
is another man behaving responsibly by reading his prayers at the fire. Okay? Don't you get it?
He's sitting by the fireplace himself. He's not. What's he doing for anybody?
Well, Dad needs his man cave time with his scripture, okay?
You say your prayers. As Emerson said, you make the most of yourself. But the world conspires.
He's drinking coffee in the morning.
That Emerson, okay.
Yeah, Emerson. Yeah.
Emerson is a reference
Emerson,
to the Bible.
no, Ralph Waldo Emerson, the transcendentalist
Oh.
Of
writer,
course.
who said, among other things, John Brown will make the gallows glorious like the cross. I gotta quote that, I guess.
And your modern diet still lacks what you need. It steals your strength and robs you of your potential. Meet Emerson.
Now here's this guy.
Daily multi-
First he was at the fire, and now he's going outside for sundown. Like, get out of your sweats, buddy. Do something.
But are they trying to evoke the
premium-
solitude of Ralph Waldo Emerson, which doesn't really necessarily make sense because he apparently has a family that they don't show. But the only thing that matters about the family part is that they're dependent on him, the man, the provider.
Daily multivitamin for the responsible man. Emerson's vitamins are a simple step towards improving yourself, creating order, and building the future. Together, we can reclaim responsible masculinity.
It is such a odd pitch.
I know.
I'm sorry, like, this is exactly the problem with all this masculinity stuff, is like, to the extent that there is a deprivation going on, and if you want to call it masculinity or whatever, like, there's a purpose in people's lives that's being robbed. And when you say Ralph Waldo Emerson wants you to get up and take a supplement and watch the fire and just be a sort of, I don't know, a stay-at-home dad in a really nice Nashville suburb or something like that. Actually, no. Ralph Waldo Emerson spoke out on slavery. Like, that's what meaning is in life.
Well, they basically co-opted the Jordan Peterson thing and then meshed it into the Joe Rogan, I'm going to sell you some supplements thing, which
Exactly.
is like self-improvement through buying our products. And if you feel lonely or alienated, it's definitely not all the right-wing views that we're shoving down your throat that says you can only be a man if you're a provider, even though that's increasingly difficult in our society. It's often you need dual income households and people need to be dependent on you. But don't analyze your preconceived idea of how you need to fit into the world. Just buy our products and do more of this. Because
It's a commodity we sell, actually.
you've said this before, Matt. Like, these views are inherently alienating. And so, like, when young men are lonely, right, which is a problem, there's a loneliness problem broadly, but there's a specific male loneliness that is talked about by the right wing, but exacerbated by them. Because, like, young women don't want that for the most part, don't want to be pushed back into retrograde gender roles, which is what they basically say is the only way to be a real man in this way. And then also buy our supplements too.
It's also sort of fascinating to me to sell supplements based upon sort of like not the health attributes that you're going to be getting, but rather the moral attributes that you're going to gain.
And also, like, self-reliance.
Take our pill, and you will not only be reading scripture and being responsible. Like what?
You know,
Do we not want to talk about like what? I don't know. What's the quality of your supplements? Like, what's in it?
The supplements industry is well known to be one that has very little regulation because it's outside, I think, of FDA purview.
Yeah,
Some of
all
them.
supplements are. And
Yeah.
so, you know, a lot of like supplements, you make the case. Here's the vitamins that we have in it.
Right.
You know, we have a sponsor who, makes all of their sourcing transparent. That's like your biggest fear is A, you don't know what's in there, and B, you don't know where it comes from because there are certain areas. But this is, here we go. Okay, so if you go all the way down, it is green tea extract, Aquamin, which is trademarked, curcumin, resveratrol, and CoQ10. It's all sort of like this is all stuff that I mean I don't know I don't know, but it reclaims your masculinity.
And also, but the only stated
Self-reliance.
effect outside of you'll be a better Bible reader is that your sperm is going to be awesome. So I gotta know.
I mean, self-reliance. Yeah, like when Thoreau was going to Walden Pond, I'm sure he had the subscription service of his pill that makes him focus better and like have more order. Like, I mean, this is just what's her name, the Goop.
Yes,
this is Goop
Gwyneth
for men.
Paltrow.
Responsibility is badass. As a man, you have people relying
Right.
on you, and the world conspires to see you fail.
And look at the beginning.
That is the
This part here.
Well, that is hold on. That is that's the really sort of demented part, right? You have people rely on you, and the world conspires to see you fail. This type of aggrievement that they're selling now in capsules. To succeed, you must start, as Emerson said, by making the most of yourself, live up to your responsibilities, and exceed the expectations of others by taking this pill. Don't worry about it.
Everyone hates you. Take this medication.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not here to preach self-love. Again, don't you dare love yourself. We're here to say step up. That's what they say.
We're
on the
here to teach
website.
self-flattery and how you're a real man because you give us $19 a month for some stupid pills.
Again, this
Jack
is
from Chicago says Aquaman sounds like an off-brand of semen.
yeah, Aquaman. But yeah, I mean, like this is Andrew Tate, right? We all kind of saw some of these politics coming together at this point, and so that's also why guys like Tim Pool are just doing the, those bitches don't like me in the Bugatti or whatever he's talking about stuff, because it's all like the same individualist crap that is just made to funnel men down the right-wing pipeline.
There are certain anxieties that exist pretty much in any society about a lot of these things, and that is way more easy for right-wing projects to latch onto than their actual policies.
I wonder what percentage of this stuff in these pills are coming from places where there's absolutely no regulations on what kind of pesticides or whatnot is involved in the
Maybe we should get into the business.
responsible man. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.